Hello, hi. This is the Sun Empress from the Sun Empress Tarot page. My name is Supriya, and today I am here to give you a little bit information about who I am. I'm from Mumbai, India, and I am 29 years old. I have 5 years of experience into digital marketing space, mostly into paid media marketing, but I have had my spiritual awakening since I was very young. I was very young. When I say that, I was just 13-year-old when I've had strong nudges of spiritual awakenings. Although I did not have that much of awareness, but I was always connected to the divine because of my grandfather and because of my mother. I've always been spiritual. I think I was more always of a spiritual rather than religious, because I was into a convent school, and then my family was Marathi, and I've always had this Mother Mary's picture in my hall. So I've always thought it's okay to pray to all of the God. I never had that religious thinking. So I'm very grateful for this inbuilt experience that I've had. It really made my spiritual journey easy. And talking about spiritual journey, yes, I have had difficult childhood. Yes, I have had my own issues and my traumas. Although haven't been said that it's not all that, because I don't want to put out an image where it's my personal belief that people just talk about struggles, but they don't talk about how much good or best or how much blissful their life has been. I mean, we focus so much on the struggles and problems that we forget that, oh yes, we have had good times. So this is also one approach that I really want you to push forward. Yes, struggles are part of life, and the more you talk about just struggles is what you end up manifesting it. And hence, whenever you share your struggle, please make an effort of also sharing what good part you have had in your life, or what good do you want to have in your life. So this is one approach. Heading ahead, talking about my spiritual journey again. Yes, I have had spiritual nudges where it was very difficult childhood with my karmic parent, especially my karmic dad. And why am I giving you this much of information? Because this is a safe space. I am very much comfortable sharing my own journey. I know we are one, and it's completely fine to be vulnerable these days. It should be something which should be made very normal. And talking about normal, also, I really want to create and make people understand that it's fine. It's fine that you have been through all that, but you know what? You're not alone, and we are in this together. We all have our own unique journeys. You cannot give a degree to all of the pain and everything that you have had. So anyway, this is the case. And getting started and talking about spiritual journey, I don't know where to start, but yes, having the difficult childhood, it wasn't more of into awareness, but yes, my soul automatically got tuned into and did things which are for my highest good. And later on, I've had breakup, which was more of around in 2018 and 2019 as well. So these 2 years it was more of like a tower moment for me, and I'm very grateful for that, because how much I realized that I was in my own bubble, not able to see the reality, not acknowledging things, not aware of what am I supposed to do with these things. I cannot live like this throughout my life with all my wounds. I need to heal it, and hence my soul asked for it, and it's very similar to how your soul is now craving for healing. So welcome aboard. We all have the same synergy now. And as I started healing myself, where I'll talk about my experiences in detail in all the coming modules, so that you know how I'm not talking just because I've learned something or anything. I'm talking because I've been through that, and I've come out through that. And when I say I'm come out through that, obviously I'm not completely healed. No one is going to be completely healed. It takes a lot of effort, and I'm still healing. But But I really believe that, it has been a long, extensive journey, and I have already ascended in terms of all of these things. I have gone deeper and deeper in my healings. I will definitely be introducing it one on one. But how I've realized, I started with manifestation at the very early age. Like, I read the book The Secret like almost a decade ago, and I was manifesting all of these things since that age. Yes, I was not a full fledged that way, but yeah, I started my journey with manifestation, and then as I dive deep, I landed. I just landed up to a conclusion that, oh boy, my manifestations are not going to come true unless and until I do the healing work. And I think I discovered the true purpose, and it's very important for people to understand that this is what you guys need to do, and everything else just falls into place. Because we run so much into materialistic things that we forget that we are child of the God. And we are not here to get trapped into the world that man has created, the rules that man has created. We have to see beyond that. It's very important. And it's very important to even know who you are, who we are. Yes, science is there. Yes, all of the other things are there. But questioning, discernment, questioning your own self, questioning everybody is what is going to give you clarity. But more of like questioning others, I would say you should just sit with yourself and see how just answers pop up. And yes, I am going to help you in terms of how you can go inwards and what you can see or expect when you come inward. So I'll tell you why self-love is important. Starting off with, if you see the modules here, when I say that, why do you go to self-love? Because there is some repeating patterns in your life which you are not able to come out of that particular loop. You're not able to come out of those or give up those patterns. And somehow there is also a victim mentality out there we are having. Yes, we have been victim to that particular thing, but trust me when I say that you can jot down on pen and write a particular situation, where any situation where you have been victim to, yes, it was your equal contribution there. It can be lack of awareness, it can be lack of courage, it can be lack of confidence, or anything. But yes, we have been equal participants over there. Be it you being not aware of that at that particular time, but even after that, that particular incident being having you teaching all that, did you make an effort to change and made sure that that particular situation does not repeat? Think about it. But coming back, so these are particular patterns, or anything and everything in your life happens for a reason. Okay, to explain you this, if you're having any body ailment, for example, if you're having headache, if you're having sinus, if you're having backache, if you're having anger issues and everything, that is for a reason. And going like a higher nudge that your body gives us when your body starts telling you, or when your body starts falling sick, that is when your body is trying to tell you that this is the emotional thing, or this is the etheric level thing that you need to work on and heal on in order to get rid of that. So this is just a gist of why why overthinking and negative thinking is something that is actually affecting your life. Because of that, you're not able to be yourself, because of the wounds that inner child healing that you have had. Because of that, you're not able to again live yourself to the fullest. And there is some of your contribution, and that is why shadow work is important. Also, we sometimes say that I've been such a good person this life, I don't know what has brought me to to deserve all of these many sufferings. So hence karmic healings is something that is very important, because although you are doing your inner work, I have realized in my journey how some things actually held you back, although it hasn't been your fault, at least in this life. Or it can also be that it hasn't been your fault intentionally, we always create karma unintentionally as well. Hence, I have included karmic healing in this so that we have a fair, you don't have to carry the baggage all over, because you are just here to completely let go, shed off everything that is because of others, and negative, all the negative low vibrational energies is not you. Your soul does not belong to that. So whenever all of these things happen, your soul automatically rejects that. Okay, hence when I say that, getting rid of all of these negative thinking, it is very important as well, so that your soul can completely breathe in and you can dive deeper towards your soul purpose, towards your life purpose. And when you realize that what your soul is capable of, what your life purpose is all about, what true happiness is, when it's not about what others think, it's not about what baseless desires you have. So that is when you discover and you enjoy this journey. Like, you'll enjoy crying, trust me. You'll be like, thank God I cried. I just need to cry to let it go. Like, this is the kind of a journey where you embrace completely and understand. Hence, I would say that even karmic healing is very important, because no matter how much you work hard in your self-love, some or the other things will always be bothering you, coming at you, because obviously there are some things which had to, like along with the 12 laws of universe, you had to have the balance. And when we talk about balance, it's important to balance your karmas as well. So, and yes, I will dive deep in terms of how we can work around it. And moving ahead, the 8th module, which is more about how you can release the resistance. Sometimes we become so much comfortable in our pain and in our misery that we just give up, and we'll be like, this is a lot of work. And although you will always be cribbing for better situation, but you need to understand that it's not how it works. Universe is all about how much work you put in, and nothing comes easy. So that is when you realize that how releasing that resistance is also very important, because everything that I've mentioned in here is connected. It is deeply connected to the self-love thing, because when you say that all of these things are actually stopping you. When you say the inner child healing, the shadow work, the karmics, the resistance that you need to release, and all of the things that you have hold on, it actually affects your self-esteem, right? It actually affects a lot of your own concept. Like, the self concept is not developed because of all of these things, all of these things being a baggage to you. Hence, I have crumbled all of these things together and like given you like a really nice Sunday mix, like a Sunday ice cream mix, I would say, so that it's like a treat to your soul. And this is something where you can go in and do the deep healing over you, which also includes cord cutting. How cutting cords is very important, and I will be teaching you here more of that. I would also be having one-on-one session. Anything that is bothering you, majorly, like top-notch thing that bothers you, we will sit one-on-one and get rid of that. Womb healing is also that. So when you do cord cuttings, it's more of like you're removing a part of yourself which was there for years and a longer period of time in you, in your mind, your body, your soul. So this is something which will get rid of, and no matter good or what, but it was there in you, it was part of you. So when you release some part of you, there is some kind of void, and to fill that void, we would be doing womb healing. Anchoring the roots is also something which will nourish your soul, and roadmap to higher self is also going to nourish your soul, and self-care is also there, which is going to nourish your soul. So I hope that you have got a gist of why self-love is important. But I would like to talk more. So when you heal completely all of this, you share a lot of unwanted things. You share a lot of baggage which is coming from your past, which is coming from your past life. And so hence, you feel very liberated in terms of you discover the real you finally get time to to know who you actually are. And yes, going just within deep is not easy, and because I have learned through my personal journey how I have healed myself, I have explored myself in learning all of these things. And when I completely I worked on healing myself, and that is when I realized that this is something which I can take up personally and take up professionally as well, so that people benefit. Because I have always been that kind of a person who is like an unsaid therapist to all of my friends and relatives anyway, and even colleagues at times, and even strangers are just attracted towards me to just come and share their problems. And so I take this sign from these universe very seriously. And I think that is how I've landed up into this career, and this is really my passion project, something which I really urge, and I love doing it. I hope that my work reflect through, like, the purpose of my the purpose reflects through my work is what I meant. And hence I just wanted you to understand the reason that I'm telling you why self-love is important is because unless and until you don't discover yourself, nobody will understand you, because you don't know yourself either. Hence it is very important. And self-love is also very important to set your soul free from the sufferings. Your soul does not deserve all of these things to be. None of the soul deserves this much of pain and sufferings. And little did I know that all of these things that I was holding on to was never for my better good, and we're gonna bounce back from this. So I believe I'm grateful that I went through all of this, because at least I'm able to help a lot of people come out of this. Maybe not completely, but at least I could just show them a light so that they can have their individual journey from here onwards. Because once you have these tools, it will really help you dive deep into your healings. When I say that all of these 12 modules are there, these 12 modules itself are so extensive. They're so extensive. Like I'm still healing from my childhood trauma. I'm still into my childhood healing, inner child healing. So I just want you to say that there is no time constraint. I've seen people who heal faster. I've seen people who take it longer time. But just try to understand, do not constrain yourself into the time being. Just focus on your healing, no matter how long it takes. Fall in love with the process, so that you don't find this effort like this as an effort. You enjoy this more of like, more of like how you enjoy playing. It is more of that. Like, I want you to have this as a pleasure and not an effort. Hence, I hope I was able to make justice in terms of why self-love is important. And once you do all of this work, you'll realize, people around you are changing, you are changing, your growth pattern is changing, your mindset is changing. You're able to manifest things quickly, you're able to bounce back quickly, because nothing is going to stay permanent. That's the biggest law. Change is the biggest law of the universe, right? So yes, things are gonna come in future and come shook you, but now you're prepared. Now you have all the tools, and even though anytime you feel like nothing is working out, I don't know what to do, go back to this course. Trust me, this is gonna help you a lot. I still go back to all the meditations. Sometimes I think cord cutting, womb healing, and inner child healing and shadow work healing, these are, and even karmic healings, these are like my daily part of life. And it's not easy, but it's worth it. Okay, once you realize that you don't have to heal just to get the materialistic abundance, but yes, this is also possible automatically. But understand the key here: once your soul is happy, I think everything else just falls into your lap easily. Okay, So focus on your healing, focus on your inner calling, focus on your soul purpose. That is what self-love is all about. Until then, I'm so excited to see you guys next.